and I'm back once again. This time we're going to be talking about the playoffs, and we're going to be going into who's going to win each series and what have you. So we're going to break down the East first. Let's get into this. First, we have the Bucks and Detroit. I cannot believe how easy it was for Dwayne Casey to figure out Blake Griffin. I'm not going to get into that a lot right now. That is going to be in my Detroit video coming in the next few short weeks, so watch out for that one because that one's going to be crazy good. But with that, like I said, I think the Bucks will take it in 5, and they will move on, and we'll see what happens with them. Boston and Indy is the next series, and I think this is going to be a hard-fought battle. They're somewhat evenly matched up in some ways. Indy's bench and their starters kind of match up with some of Boston's starters and some of Boston's bench, but I still have Boston taking it in 6 games. I have them taking it in 6. I think that it's going to be that series that people will remember. It's going to be, overtime, a couple of nights. It'll be crazy. But the next series in the East, we have Philly and Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn's going to get 2 wins off of Philly because I just have this feeling Jimmy's going to have an off night and Ben might have an off night. And for all we know, Joel Embiid might have an off night. So for all we know, Brooklyn might get 3 wins off of them. So with that, I do have Philly right now taking it in 6. But as I said, they might even get 3 wins off of them. So the next one we have is Toronto and Orlando. I think Toronto is going to sweep Orlando in the first round. I think that's going to be a bit of an easy one at times, but there will be some parts of the games where they'll be having to keep up and everything. But going into the second round of the East, we have the Bucks and Boston. We have Milwaukee. I think that's going to be a hard-fought battle, but again, I think it's going to be 6 games, possibly a couple of overtimes. But I have Milwaukee taking it in 6. And then the second part of the second round is Philly and Toronto. I think I have Toronto taking it in 7. It's going to be a hard-fought battle, back and forth. But Jimmy and Kawhi just don't match. Kawhi's got Jimmy all day on that. And it's just going to be one of those things that people just wish. People are going to be so, we're going to want more. We're going to wish we can have more because that's how it's going to be. But going into the conference finals for East, we have Toronto and Milwaukee. Now, I have one specific team going to the actual NBA finals over the other, and it's not because they're the worst team, it's because they haven't been together the longest. I have Milwaukee going to the NBA finals. The Eastern Conference Finals is going to be another hard-fought battle, but I have Milwaukee taking it in 6. And I just think that if Toronto, give Toronto another year, give them next year, let them come out swinging. Maybe they might do something crazy and get another superstar over the summer. Let them come out swinging next year, and they will be on the top of the food chain, and no one will see them coming because I have a feeling Kawhi is going to stay. But with that, the Milwaukee Bucks move on to the NBA Finals, and let's see in the West, see who's going to face them. So first series we have is Golden State and the Clippers. Now, the Clippers are not bad. They're not the worst. But matching up with Golden State, it's going to be hard. But we know Doc is going to at least pull 1 win out. I have Golden State in 5. Second series, we have Houston and Utah. In some ways, that's evenly matched. Capella and Gobert are going to be going at it every night. And that's another one I think is going to probably be a couple of overtimes every night. But I'm going to say I have Houston in 6. I have Houston taking it in 6. And it's going to be one of those that Utah just needs 1 or 2 extra pieces, and then they'll be back again. But going into the next series, we have Portland and OKC. And a few short weeks ago, I had Portland going to the Western Conference Finals. So it's sad to see, but we'll see what happens next year. I have OKC taking it in 5 games. If Nurkic didn't get hurt, Portland would be moving on. But right now, I I can't do it. Nurkic is not there. Cantor's not going to be able to hold down Steven Adams. I can't. Second part of that one, last one in the first round of the Western Conference Finals, Denver and the Spurs. That's going to be another hard-fought battle. But again, another team that really hasn't played a long time together. The Spurs will get at least 2 wins off of Denver, but I have Denver taking it in 6. Moving on to the second round of the Western Conference Finals, I have Golden State and Houston. And this is going to be a hard-fought battle. I know this is going to be a 7-game series. We'll probably see at least 3 overtime games. One or two of those overtime games, or even if it's 4 overtimes total, at least 2 of those are going to be into double and probably even triple overtime. We'll be sitting there till 2 in the morning probably watching some of these games. But I hate to say it, I have Golden State in 7. I just think that they are so much more of a threat. I just think that they are so much more of a overall team that, you know, they have more assets and more better players in certain positions that it's just going to be too much. It's going to overwhelm Houston at times, but I think Houston will put up a good fight. The second part of the series is going to be Denver and OKC. I have Denver winning this in 5 games. I think OKC is going to put up a fight in at least 1 game, but I don't see OKC getting a lot off of them. OKC might pull something out of their ass. We don't know, but I just think that Denver's got it. Denver's going to take this because they are a crazy team together. They're insanely good. And that leads to our Western Conference Finals, Golden State and Denver. This one is going to be a bitch and a half for both teams. It's going to be hard-fought battles. It's going to be back and forth. It's going to be, you know, a couple more overtime games probably. But we're going to see a hard-fought battle, and I'm going to say Denver takes it in 6. I want to say Denver in 7, but I want Golden State to win another. I see them possibly winning another, but I just think they're going to get overwhelmed. I think Denver's bench is just too overwhelming, and Iguodala's starting to slow down. Cousins can't keep up to Jokic. You know, Draymond is slowing up at times. Clay's playing lights out when he needs to, but sometimes he disappears. Not always, but there's a few times that he'll disappear. But that's just how it is. But going into the NBA Finals, we have Denver and Milwaukee. I truly was hoping that this would be Toronto, but as I said, Toronto, I just don't see them. I see them being very overwhelmed by Milwaukee. But I just think it's Giannis's time to shine. I think Giannis will pull something out of his ass, and I think this is going to be a hard-fought battle, but I think it's going to be a 7-game series, Milwaukee and Denver, and I think Milwaukee will take it in 7. I think Milwaukee and Giannis will get his MVP trophy, his championship, and possibly his finals MVP trophy all in one season. And it's going to be nuts. But that's just that's my opinion. That's what I think is going to happen. Denver could win this too, for all we know. But I think that with how great Milwaukee's been playing, I just think that they have something incredible. And you know, Lopez and Jokic match up at times, but Jokic might overpower him. But Giannis can play multiple positions. They don't have a small forward who can cover him. Some of their other positions are going to match up evenly, where it's going to be a mismatch sometimes at the small forward, and it's going to be hard to figure out. But that is my time, everybody. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. And if you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and give me some new ideas of what else you want me to talk about. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.